Good morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you're watching this. Welcome to another NRTS 1v1 cast. This game, spoiler alert, really short, so I'm going to be doing 2 casts in this video. Hope that isn't too terribly inconvenient for y'all. I'll probably put a timestamp to the second cast in the description if you want to skip over this one. But yeah. So here we have Exploded playing blue on Grasslands versus dahh playing yellow on Grasslands. This match was played as part of the Saturday Smackdown 1v1 series, I guess. I need to find a better term to call it because it's not a tournament, but exhibition, I suppose. An exhibition match as part of Saturday Smackdown. Yeah, this was the third game that was played. It's really short. You can already see Explode led off with double militia opening. He's making some more, applying direct pressure to dahh. In fairness, dahh's spawn wasn't the greatest, but also in fairness, dahh queued 2 workers at the start of the game, which is not the easiest way to keep yourself from dying to militia or being able to. Like if you're spending $30 on a worker, that's $30 that you didn't spend on a tower, $30 that you didn't spend on militia, you know. And so if you're blue in this, you're on top of the world. You get what you want. Yellow is in a corner. He's reactively making militia now, but it's a bit too late. Blue's got 4 militia on his frontier. He's building a turret so that he can stick around. Yellow's pushing the turret, but if you're down in numbers, you've got to pull something crazy out of your rear. But yeah, from this point, I'm sure most people could guess what the hell's gonna go on here. Blue's got the turret up. It's a low HP, but it doesn't matter that much. Blue's got militia and a turret, and yellow's got 4 workers, which, in fairness, can be used to build static pretty quickly. So you can try to stabilize by building a couple of towers to keep yourself from dying, getting a navy going, using the fishing spots to generate some eco. There's 4 fishing spots on the map, so you can get it a little bit more efficiently, you know. Go and take the islands while keeping yourself from losing the game immediately. Of course, you're still on the back foot because Blue's got the map, you know. And if he's got the map, he can build an air pad, start building some choppers, and now you have to defend your fleet from chopper harass. And in Grasslands, with the water being in a kind of ring around the mainland, you basically need 2 navies to do that. Otherwise, Blue can just ping-pong between both sides of the fishing spots and harass them with their helis. So yeah, unless you want like some gunboats and a battleship on both sides of the map, it's not a very easy defense. So if you're yellow in this position, you still hate this, but yeah, there were tactical mistakes. Yellow continuing to throw stuff piecemeal at this turret instead of just saving up some units and then going for it is a horrible decision. Yeah, like that militia did not need to die. You would have had 2 militia now instead of 1. You would have had 3 instead of 2, you know. Blue's doubling down on placing turrets, though if you are blue now, you go and attack yellow's farms, you know, because yellow still got 6 farms, and he doesn't have to have 6 farms. Yellow, however, doesn't seem to understand that 2 militia is not going to stop a turret. You know, the amount of militia that he's lost to this single turret, with help of Blue's militia, of course, has far exceeded the amount that the Blue has spent on this defense. So yeah, Blue's just in a commanding lead, and that's the game. The CC is gone. Yeah, at 4 minutes 40 seconds, this game was very over. Quick victory for Explode. A bit of a misplay by dahh, but honestly, the spawn wasn't very forgiving. So yeah, that's the first game of this video. Now stay tuned. We do have a second one lined up. Thanks for watching this first one. Here we go. Alright, welcome to the second cast of this video. This game's also a fairly short one. Bit of an unconventional ending, but stay tuned to find out what that is. We have in this game So playing as the purple commander on City Outskirts versus Dahh playing as the blue commander on City Outskirts. These spawns are great, honestly, for 1v1. I would argue that blue's got a slightly better spawn just because they have easier access to green, who has 4 farms that are fairly easy to take control of. Hell yeah! I forgot about that. I accidentally clicked on Toho 6 when trying to record this video. Feels great. There's no good way for me to edit that out, I guess. Gotta love technical difficulties. At any rate, it's easier for blue to get workers up into green space and take those farms, and it's slightly easier, really slightly easier for blue. Of course, purple's got easier access to red, and they still have good access to orange, so that's not that big of a problem. Just that there's a bit more of a hook that you have to make as purple to get to orange's farms versus blue, which can just kind of walk up to greens. Could make it a little hard to hold on to if blue charges forward pretty aggressively and tries to take control of orange's base in the early game. You can pretty significantly cut off purple's ability to do much in the middle of the map if blue can hold orange. But yeah, so far as openings go, both players are farming alright. Purple's got an advantage. Just looking at this map here, I mean, what is that? 8, 12, or no, 8, 10, 11, 12 farms for blue, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 farms for purple. Okay, 13 to 14 farms. They're pretty close, but I think purple's got theirs up first. Blue's still missing a CC farm. As far as eco goes, purple should be slightly ahead and should be in a position where they can take a bit of a lead. Blue and purple really making first contact over here near yellow's base. Though I don't know that blue is doing anything particularly strong to react to purple making a turret next to his worker. Oh, tower, my bad. Both players seem to be very much focused on one little segment at a time. Purple's got an orange base, or orange's base. Blue's got green space. Purple and blue have sort of split yellow. And purple owns red space, basically. So I would say, as far as map control goes, purple's got a bit... I think purple's got it a bit better. Blue's abilities to defend his holdings close to yellow are going to be a bit strained. Then again, purple's ability to go and defend his holdings at yellow's base are also going to be a bit strained, but blue's got to walk through a choke to get to yellow, or otherwise have air. I do think on City Outskirts, choppers are like really really good, mainly because this middle of the map terrain stuff, being able to either ignore that or use it to maneuver in ways that your regular army can't, um, it brings a huge advantage to helis. Um, no, blue was AFK. Epic. Or was no, so was AFK. Sorry. Can you tell that I'm like half asleep still? Anyways, blue's finally got, I believe that's a vehicle depot. Yep, vehicle depot. Interesting choice. Purple still doesn't have any sort of army, anything. He's upgrading farms. He just queued 2 generators with 1 worker, which is crazy. Yeah, blue right now can go and contest wherever he wants on the map. I don't think he's keen to do any of that, but he could very much just walk through. If he gets a couple tanks, he can go kill yellow's base, set up an outpost there, and then have a much easier time controlling the map. If you can take a base in the fairly early game, that's really good. It gives you an extra 4 farms, and usually sets you up for a decent defensive position. Since you have those 4 farms in close proximity, being able to place defenses around them means that you don't have to spread your defense out so much, so it's very concentrated and hard to directly attack. I don't know, it sets up a good point for defense, even though you don't have a command center in the middle of it shooting. So yeah, purple's just minding his own damn business. If blue decided that he wanted to go and take some of purple stuff, that very much could be the case. Attacking in towards red's base and presenting a direct threat to purple. I think that's probably a bit of an overextension, because purple can reactively make whatever he wants, and blue would basically have to escort a worker over there and set up a forward defensive position so that he doesn't just lose a whole bunch of tanks to helis or any other hard counter unit, or just out production. You know, be able to make the units at the front line, be able to make the units while concealed by a couple towers or turrets to prevent any amount of light harass. Purple finally decides that he wants to get something up, and he ends up making a helipad, which I think is the better call on this map specifically, just because it's pretty big, it's pretty open, and again, the maneuverability, being able to ignore the cluster in the middle and just freely navigate it. From the middle, you can attack south into red's little city area. From the middle, you can attack pretty directly. You can attack yellow's base if you hold the area around green. You can drop your helis pretty close to purple's base. Blue's pretty safe from getting dropped from the middle, but yeah, red and yellow are pretty susceptible. But yeah, so blue ends up having to leave, sells his CC, and so calls a draw, which is a bit anticlimactic. That at 8 minutes in the game, you know, life happens. I get it. But yeah, draw game. Sorry, I was on a roll. I completely forgot that happened right then and there. Dinner calls. What can you say? Yeah, I don't know. These two past games rather have been interesting. I didn't really know if I should like bundle them together, do them separately, bundle these two with other videos, like do a big cast and then add like a short game, and then like do a big cast and then add a weird game, or just do the short cast together. I'm gonna do them together this time. If it happens again, I might do it a bit differently, but who knows? Yeah, that was a very interesting set of 2 games. I hope y'all enjoyed watching this. Hope y'all have a wonderful day, and remember, stay classy.